Hi guys. Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. Now every once in a while I get a special request, and if it's something I think I can do, I do it. So my friend Olivia, she's been friends with me for almost 50 years. We grew up across the street from each other. My ex-boyfriend, her husband, used to be best friends, so we hung out all the time. Now she has, I think, 6 or 7 grandkids, and she just retired and moved up north. So here's for you, Olivia. She sent me a video, and I've watched other videos, so I'm going to do something like that, but on my own, if that makes sense. Not that I don't usually. But I'm going to make cup of noodles. And this would be kind of like your ramen or whatever. And that's what I'm going to do today. So the only thing that they need to know, it's a cup of noodles, fill it up with boiling water, and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. And then they can stir it up and eat it. So they use ramen noodles. They use this other kind of noodles. But last year I bought a bunch of vermicelli. And it's really small pieces. But you know, when I have Tom make my ramen, I have him break it up. So you could use whatever you want. You don't want a thick one like spaghetti or something like that, because it will not cook in that 15 minutes. So I've decided I'm going to use 2 cups of noodles per container. Hopefully this turns out good. I'm going to give even Courtney's mom one. So I'm going to put 2 cups of noodles in each one. And these are a small enough noodle that they will cook in that 15 minutes, that 10 to 15 minutes with boiling hot water. Now I'm not filling these noodles completely to the top. It's like a scant cup. And I'm going to put more vegetables in it than some of them said, because why not? I mean, if you're going to make this a whole meal, it might as well be good. And they say you can make it in pints and stuff too, but you know, each one of my family has at least 2 members in it, so I thought, you know, if they wanted to, they could actually make it into a full meal, you know, for lunch or something. And this will almost use all that up, which will be nice too. I had to buy a bunch of it to get the good deal, so that's what I did. And I don't even remember what I bought it for, but it's not getting used, so it used up quite a bit. Now, it says to use 1/4 cup of vegetables. I want to use a scant 1/2 cup because I want it to be more vegetably too. So what I was waiting on is, I do dehydrate my own veggies too, but this was pretty cheap. It's a vegetable medley blend, and it's got, let's see, potato, cabbage, chopped onions, carrots dices, celery slices, and red and green peppers. So I thought that would be a really good blend to put in there. And they do come with an oxygen absorber too, by the way, so don't put that into your stuff. So I'm going to put that 1/2 cup in all of them. Got 4 for gifts, and then I've got 2 for me and Tom. And then, you know, if you don't use all this, you can use it in soups, all that good stuff too as well. So now that I have some left, you don't want to leave it in this container. So I'm going to put it in a half-gallon jug, and I'm making a mess. There we go. Because by doing that, you want to get it out of that container, because now it won't be, you know, air sealed any longer. So you don't want to do that. So put that in there. Alright. So now you use chicken bouillon, but you could use beef, you could use vegetable, you could use whatever you want. And it says to use 2 tablespoons. But I'm going to use 2 scant tablespoons. I don't think we need quite that much in there. Most of the videos that I've seen have been for pints. And if you want to add something different for a spice, by all means. It's your soup, you do what you want. I have one other one that I want to do for sure too, and I think Tom and I are going to try on Saturday to can it up. Alright. Then they mentioned a seasoning that I've never ever tried, but I bought it. It's called umami ramen, if that's how I'm saying it right. And they say to use half a teaspoon of that. So we're going to use that in there too. Ooh, it smells good. Some of them put garlic powder in it after that and different things. You choose what you want to do. You know what I mean? That's up to you. Because like I say, it's your food. And if you do dehydrate or, you know, freeze dry your own, by all means use it. Alright. So now this is the other thing I was waiting for. I had one and I cannot find it anywhere. There is another piece that goes on it so that you can do smallmouth, but regular mouth. I always think of bass fishing for some reason when I do that. But you want to put this over top and hit the button. And this is going to take all that air out of there. So this is supposed to be able to store for 1 year. And you see it's, let me put you over here. And then once it goes off, the lid's on there. Now I'm going to put a second lid on it because it's going to be transported. And then I just kind of want to shake everything up. Let's do another one here. And then you fill that all the way up with water so it'll give you room for all that stuff to expand, because believe me, those vegetables and everything are going to expand. And it's counting up there. I got this one pretty cheap. I really don't know what happened to my other one. I had another one. And then I had one that would go on my sealer, but my new sealer won't take that. Alright. And then before I end the video, here's how much in the vegetables you still have left. Do you know how many soups and stuff you can make out of that? So that's why I wasn't like afraid to buy that big container, because I figured, you know what, I'll use it for soups and other stuff, and then nothing goes to waste either that way. And then if you use some out of there, make sure that you seal it back up, because with dehydrated, freeze-dried, whatever, the air is its worst enemy. You don't want to do that. See, this one's taking longer. Because it's a bigger container. A lot longer. Alright, let me get all these sealed up and then I'll be back when I'm done. Alright, I got them all sealed. And then I said to myself, you have enough there probably to make one more. So I did just that. I unsealed my vegetables. I put in, now this, I will tell you guys, is still hot. I did it for 10 minutes. And I'm going to put it in a bowl so you guys can see it. Stir in my noodles. Oh, look at that. I figured I hadn't had my lunch yet, so why not? It's almost 1 o'clock. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I thought, well, you know what? Maybe this will be lunch today. It is piping hot. If you like it brothy, only use 1.5 cups of noodles. It'll be more brothy. Oh my. Seriously, you guys? If me and Tom ever get to take another vacation, we haven't taken one since COVID. We did go to a weekend in Nashville to see our son. One day at Renee's, and one day we stayed up at that casino because they gave us a free room. So we haven't been on a vacation since COVID. And we will pack a couple of these, because what I do when we go on vacation, we do breakfast and lunch in our room, and then we go out and have dinner to save a ton of money. So we will pack some of those, and then we'll have our lunch. So, because there's no way I'm going to be able to eat all that. There's no way. So if we had sandwiches in our room and this, yeah, we'd be past full. We could even use that for a dinner. So, thanks for suggesting it, Olivia. I think it's a great idea, and I think the kids are going to love it. And it's really tasty. All right. You guys have a great day. Be a blessing. Be blessed. And I will see you at supper.